Hey, how's it going? It's your boy Josh here again. Listen, have you ever thought to yourself, what are the building blocks for having a seven-figure business? How do you actually get there? Or how do you get out of the level you're at now? Okay, specifically, if you're somebody in your business stuck between 10 to 20K a month, okay, there's certain pieces of technology or instruments you can use to actually scale your way out of that level of income. Okay, my professor, my mentor said something that's so key. He said the difference between where you are now and where you want to be, let's say you're here and you want to be here, the difference between where you are now and where you want to be is exactly the difference between what you don't know and what you know and have implemented or used, okay? So the difference between now and where you want to be is the difference between what you know and what you don't know and have used, aka your level of understanding. In any area of your life where you feel like you're stuck, or any of the area of your life where you feel like you're underachieving, what's actually missing is understanding. I'm going to say that again. An area of your life where you feel like you're stuck, or you feel like you're underachieving, what's actually missing is understanding. I'll give you an example. In the old days of cavemen, to them, they used to perform different type of rituals, different type of sacrifices, different type of things to hope that fire would come. Okay, the first caveman they saw fire, he was like, okay, we need more fire. Let's sacrifice people. Let's, plant grapes, or let's do this, or let's do that. They came up with different things to try to produce fire because they lacked understanding. Okay, now as we gained and grew in wisdom as a race, we understood that fire can be started by several things. For example, you can start fire with a match, you can start fire with some sticks and some flint. And with that understanding, we created a gas system where you can literally go somewhere to your kitchen right now, turn a knob, and fire is produced. So the difference between the state of being where people used to do all crazy stuff to produce fire, even human sacrifice in some civilizations, the difference between that to where we are now, where we can turn on a light switch and light is on and fire is on, is understanding. So why do I say that? The reason I mention that is that there's certain tools that you can use to scale your business, specifically when it comes to online. And today I'm going to deal with one of those tools today, okay? Talking about understanding is another tool. That's a whole hour conversation, but I want to deal with something you can start using right now, okay? And that is words, okay? Words, okay? One of the most powerful technology or instruments that we have as human beings is words. Why did I call it a technology or an instrument? The reason why I called it a technology and instrument is that words is one of two things that humans use to interact with each other that has the ability to have a great impact. Okay, so I'm going to address the power of words from a natural perspective and a biblical perspective. Okay, because words can be both offensive and defensive. Okay, so here are 8 things that words can do. Write this down if you're paying attention. Number one, words can help you. Number two, words can heal. Number three, words can hinder. Number four, words can hurt. Number five, words can harm you. Number six, words can humiliate you. Number seven, words can humble you. Okay? So when it comes to business, words are the most powerful things you have. Why is that? Why are words the most powerful things you have? Why would I make that statement? The reason that statement is so important is because business is done person to person. I want you guys to understand this, okay? Business is done person to person. And one of the most effective ways, one of the two primary ways one person affects another person is through the communication of words. So anything that has to do with business, no matter what your offer is, no matter what product you're selling, no matter what service you offer, no matter how smart you are, no matter how wise you are, no matter how tall or short, dark or light you are, the way you communicate your value is through words. So the building blocks of a business is actually words. And the reason why words are a building block of a business is because business is done person to person. Whether you're working one on one, one to many, one to a corporation, one to an organization, there's always another human being on the other side. And the way to convince them to give you money in exchange for your value is through the power of words. So, what's stopping you from going past 15 to 20K a month are two things: the words that you believe about your business and the words you're communicating about your business. I'll say that again. The words that you're believing about your business and the words you're communicating about your business. If you believe your business is a small business, you're going to use words to attract small or low paying customers. Words like cheap, super discount, on super sale. Those are Walmart words, okay? Or you can use what I call Saint Laurent word. Is this Saint Laurent? What's the name of that brand? Or Gucci or some of your favorite brands. Words like luxury, okay? Premium, quality, okay? Those are expensive words. And the only reason they came up with those words, that messaging, is because of what they internally believe about their brand and their business. So today, the first thing I want to tell you, convince you is, before you change your level of sales, you have to change your level of seeing, okay? Before you change your level of sales, you have to change your level of seeing. And the way you change your level of seeing is by the words you internally believe about your business and the people who buy from you. I'll give you an example. There was a young guy in Nigeria who used to work at a chicken factory, okay, or a chicken restaurant. He swept the floor and he served chicken to customers. The only thing is that this guy was about 6'5", 6'6", and he made a video of him serving chicken. And one day, fashion brands from Milan, Paris, and Europe flew down to this chicken brand, measured him, okay, and literally in the next 3 months, he became a top model, and his salary quadrupled. What is the point of that story? The point of the story is this: oftentimes you're called and meant to serve people outside of your current situation. The mistake a lot of entrepreneurs make is that they're creating services based on where they are now or based on where they used to be. You need to use words and create services based on where you want to be and the clients you want to actually serve. Because guess what? You might be a fashion designer. You might be skilled at fashion designing. That doesn't mean you're supposed to style 9 to 5 employees. That might not even mean you're supposed to style entrepreneurs. That might mean that might mean you're supposed to serve or style presidents or dictators or government officials. You see how, depending on how you see yourself, the words you use matter? So let's go back to the word, okay? We talked about, because business is done person to person, okay? Because business is done person to person, the words you use determines the worth you portray, okay? So how do words affect this? I'm going to give you guys some examples here for you guys to write down and actually use, okay? And remember, I said words can be offensive or defensive, okay? Here's one way. Words are a way to hijack emotions. Now, this sounds evil and it can be dangerous, but using the right set of words, you can actually hijack somebody's emotions and force them into action. If you've seen the movie Captain America, The Winter Soldier, there was literally a soldier called the Winter Soldier, and a certain set of words were said to him, and when those words were complete, it will literally flip his personality, and then he'll turn into this crazy person and start assassinating people. He'll go from a nice, friendly guy, the best friend you can hope for, to a straight-up assassin. Why? Because words were spoken to him that hijacked his brain cells and how he thought. Another thing words can do, words can confirm emotions, okay? For example, if you dressed up real nice today, I think I'm dressed pretty nice today. Check out the swag, okay? Swag to fit. And somebody says to you, hey, you look nice today, okay? Those words confirm the emotions you are feeling. Number 3, words can introduce new emotions, okay? This in sales language is called pre-framing. Okay, pre-framing, okay? Words can also introduce understanding. Words can change perceptions. Words can communicate messages. Words, one of the most important things it can do is it can change beliefs and introduce understanding. The way we understand things today is by words either written or spoken. Okay, if I wanted to teach you about light, I would either write to you about light, tell you to read it, or tell you and show you about light so you can get an understanding of how light works. Okay, words can control thoughts, initiate actions, create desires, and more importantly, words can inspire change. Now, I can spend a lot of time going into each one of these, but I want to go into something very specific about words, okay? And the fact that words are offensive and defensive means that they're an instrument to be used. Now that you know that words can do all these things, and they can be offensive and also defensive, how do you actually use that to grow your business, to 10x your life? Very great questions. Number one, you need to write and organize words that empower you. Words spoken over you and your business create change in your altitude and in your mental state, and thereby they can drive you to action, or they can make you discouraged, sad, and defeated about your business, and thereby drive you to paralysis, fear, and stepping back. My mentor says it like this: a lot of people hit on the brakes when they're supposed to be hitting on the gas. Why? Because of the words that they're believing about their business and they're communicating about their business. So you have to make up your mind today that no matter what resources you have, no matter how low or high or in between you feel your business is, that you're going to start using the right words to describe your business. My business is amazing. My business is successful. I serve kings and queens and not paupers. Everybody comes to me because I'm the best at what I do. My business transforms lives. I don't only provide a service, I provide a solution. I don't only provide happiness and hugs, I provide healing and help. Okay? When you start speaking those words about your business, it activates the creative center of your mind to look for opportunities in which your business can create and serve people uniquely. An example of this is a book called The Blue Ocean Strategy, where people take a regular business and they figure out a slight tweak on it to change their demographic and have massive impact on income. A lot of blue strategy moments are initiated by the words people think and see about their business. So that's how words can be offensive. How can words be defensive? You can use words to drive away the wrong type of customers from your business. Not because the customers are evil or they're bad, but because they're not who you're meant to serve. I'll give you an example. If you're somebody who makes chicken wings, you make the best chicken wings in the world. I mean, your chicken wings are so good, people from all over the world call you for it, okay? No matter how nice they are, a vegan is not your customer. So words like, for the meat eaters, or like Arby's, we have the meats. The reason they have that is that phrase, we have the meats, does two things. It's defensive, meaning it's driving away the vegans and vegetarians. Okay? Okay, it's defensive because it's driving away vegans and vegetarians, but it's offensive because those who love protein, those who love meats are going to look for Arby's. I wholeheartedly believe one of the reasons Arby's is still around today, because their food is not that good, honestly speaking, is because they literally say, we have the meats. I remember watching the commercial one time at night, and I'm like, thinking to myself, like, I like protein, I like steak, I like chicken. And I saw we have the meats, like, they have the meats, I have to try Arby's. Why? They use the right words to describe their business. So I want you to think, are your words being defensive enough? It's okay to be offensive, like this is what my service does, but is it at the same time, is your messaging repelling away the wrong type of customers? Okay? If you don't have the words to do both, first, attract the right type of customers, and number two, turn away the wrong type of customers, you will become ineffective in business. And what's going to happen? Your marketing suffers. Why does your marketing suffer? Because you're bringing in people in your business that you have to filter out. That's going to take man hours. That's going to take automation. That's going to take marketing. That's going to take salespeople. Okay? And you're going to clog your CRM. And guess what? The more people you have on your CRM, the more it costs you. So guess what? Now you're increasing your overhead. All because you have the wrong messaging. What else are you increasing? Okay? you're increasing your uncertainty. What does that mean? Okay, let me clear this out. Okay, you're also increasing your uncertainty. Okay, what does that mean? Your ROAS, or your return on ad spend, will be lower, number one, because you're attracting the wrong type of customers. Number two, it's gonna take you longer to get the right type of data to scale. See, a lot of people think Hyros is the solution to their problem, or third parties tracking. That helps, but the first thing you have to fix, I promise you guys, is your messaging. Is your messaging attracting the right people? And what I used to do in the past, I used to make this mistake. I used to mix my messaging, where I'll say, I'll have some for people who are premium ticket, and I have some for people who are low ticket. So that way I can kind of have my cake and eat it too. No, somebody who chases two rabbits are gonna catch none. You have to be very specific. The way to do that, if you want to do two different messaging, is that you have to create two different marketing campaigns. That generated that sentence will save you tens of thousands of dollars in ad spend. Okay, so it's gonna create uncertainty in your business, and it's gonna make it hard to scale. And number three, it makes your business fulfillment horrible. No matter how good you are at customer service, if a vegan walks into Arby's, no matter how pleasant they are at customer service, they're gonna have a hard time selling a vegetarian some meat. It's not about putting a smile on your face. It's not about etiquette. It's that they are just the wrong target audience. So imagine what type of energy that's gonna bring into your business on the fulfillment side. Okay? And now your team members are gonna feel more unfulfilled because of the fact that you're using the wrong messaging. Number four, in recruiting. When you're recruiting top level talent comes to work for you based on your vision, aka the words you tell them about your business, aka the words you tell them about the type of customers your business serves. So if I'm a CEO and I want to come run your company, or if I'm a marketing guy, I want to come run your company, they say, hey, I only serve people with this level of income, with this level of mindset, and I come into your business and you're serving 50,000 type of people, it's going to be hard for me to grow your business. Why? Because wrong messaging. Again, words. Okay? So words affect talent. Your internal talent is also affected by the words you use in your business. So what is the key in the solution? How do you get the right words for your business? I'll tell you how I did it, okay? Number one, thinking. Okay, we've all heard of the book Think and Grow Rich, okay? You have to spend time to think about your business. Because I'm going to tell you something. Every business that's literally fulfills you is usually an outpouring of your calling and who you're meant to be and who you're meant to serve. So you have to think not only about your business, but about yourself. Who are you willing to serve? And I'm going to tell you one of the hardest parts. You have to be willing to give up what you're doing now for what you're supposed to be doing most. I had to pause for a second. Okay, you have to be willing. There's some businesses where I started out wholesaling in real estate, where I will, flip houses. Before I got into marketing and teaching, I had to give up that business. I had to put my focus and attention on helping people learn how to trade. Okay, I had to give up one for the other. My income 10x since then, but in the midst of it, I was scared. Why would I want to give something that's paying me $180K a year for something that's uncertain? But I knew that my best calling to serve others came when I educated people, kind of like I'm doing now. So I had to give up one, the wholesaling, for a higher one. So don't be scared to make that leap. Number two, after thinking, okay, counsel. There's a scripture in Proverbs. It says that with wise counsel make war, okay? Which means that if you're going to do something in business, war, in strategy, get advice from people who've done it before, okay? Number three, okay? Pray about it, okay? I'm a big prayer, okay? Prayerer, or whatever the word is, okay? Go to God and pray like, God, what type of words am I supposed to be using to attract people to my business? Okay? What type of people am I supposed to be attracting to my business? What type of people am I supposed to serve? And number 4, take imperfect action. What I mean by imperfect action is rarely are you going to know everything you're supposed to do right before you do it. If you did, it'll make things a lot easier, and sometimes that's not life. Sometimes all God's going to give you is the first step. You have to obey it as if he's giving you 50 steps. Sometimes all you have is one idea, the seed of an idea. You have to take that seed of an idea and execute it. What I'm doing right now, talking on camera, I literally was just talking to my videographer 45 minutes ago. I'm like, why the heck am I doing this? I literally don't know why I'm doing this. I just felt like I was supposed to teach you guys stuff, so I'm here to teach you guys with no type of agenda or ulterior motive. Kind of show you guys what helped me and what worked for me. What it'll lead to in the future, who knows? Okay, but I'm doing it anyways because I'm being obedient. I'm taking imperfect action. The difference between winners and losers is the actions they take along the way, even when the puzzle isn't clear. So are you taking imperfect action? Okay? Now, from the biblical perspective, I'm going to show you some scriptures about how powerful words are, and that you can use it for yourself. And I'll wrap up the video here because it's going on for about 20 minutes. Okay? Proverbs 18 verse 21. The tongue can bring death or life. Those who love it will talk and reap the fruit of it. Okay? Proverbs 26:18. It is just as damaging as a madman shooting a deadly weapon to lie to a friend and then say, I was joking. Proverbs 25:11. Patience can persuade a prince, and soft speech can break bones. Okay, Proverbs 12:19. Truthful lips endure forever, but a lying tongue lasts for a moment. Proverbs 15:14. Gentle words are a tree of life. A deceitful tongue crushes the spirit. Proverbs 15 verse 1. A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Proverbs 21:23. Watch your tongue. Okay? Watch your tongue. Where am I? Proverbs 21:23. Watch your tongue and keep your mouth shut, and you will stay out of trouble. Proverbs 29:20. Do you see a man who is hasty in his words? There is more hope for a fool than for him. Proverbs 31:26. When she speaks, her words are wise, and she gives instructions with kindness. So in the beginning, I went through about 7 things that words do. They're all actually based in scripture, okay? So you can choose how you're going to use words for yourself, your own personal life, but also in your business. Think about what words you're using to create and identify your business. One of the best exercises you can do is what I call the 3-word formula. I'm going to wrap it here, okay? What is the 3-word formula, okay? For your own personal life, there's 3 words that usually can describe you and your calling or services you provide. When you nail those 3 words, that is your value system. That is your modus operandi. For me, it's encourage, empower, and motivate. This is my modus operandi. Every business I start or do has something to do with these things, specifically around an area. So what is your area? Is it marketing? For me, it's business and money. Okay? So anything around business and money, I'm called to encourage you by being an example for you. Okay? Empower you by teaching you and showing you how to do it, and motivate you by giving you accountability. 3-word statement. Create that for yourself and your business, and you see it go far, far, and far beyond your wildest dreams. That being said, Josh out. I'll see you on the next one.